In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on April 12, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Angels versus Houston Astros. The Los Angeles Angels, currently sitting at 8-4 both straight up and against the spread, are set to face off against the Houston Astros, who are 5-7 overall and 4-6 against the number, on Saturday evening. This matchup marks the second game in a 3-game set between these American League West rivals. Houston has had a hard time putting together back-to-back wins this season, so despite a victory on Friday, it's tough to read too much into it just yet. That said, their bats have been waking up. They've pushed across 20 runs over their last 2 games, which could mean the offense is finally clicking. On the mound, Anderson has put in a serviceable 10 innings so far this year, but Gusto has been more impressive early, giving up only 1 run and 5 hits through 8 innings while fanning 9. Maybe Friday's win is exactly what Houston needed to build some momentum. Historically, they've hit left-handed pitching well, and they haven't faced many southpaws yet this season. Anderson is the type of pitcher who tends to allow a lot of solid contact and often struggles to keep runs off the board. It wouldn't be a shock to see him roughed up again by Houston's lineup. If these last 2 games are any indication, I'm leaning toward the Astros in this spot, especially at the current price. As our first pick for this matchup, the Houston Astros money line is our full game side pick. The Astros are handing the ball to a rookie who will be making his MLB debut on Saturday, which likely means the bullpen will be asked to shoulder a big load. That could be a problem, considering the Angels have been tearing the cover off the ball lately, coming into this series having scored 36 runs over their previous 5 games, including an 11-run outburst on Thursday. Anderson hasn't fared well when facing Houston, and his underlying stats don't inspire much confidence either. This season, he ranks in just the 3rd percentile for fastball velocity, the 7th percentile in barrel percent, and the 9th percentile in ground ball percent. Meanwhile, the Angels' bullpen has had its own issues, giving up 6 home runs, tied for the 3rd most in the majors. Both teams might be dipping into their bullpens early in this one, and neither club has a particularly dominant relief corps. The Angels currently rank 27th in bullpen earned run average at 5.45, while Houston sits in the middle of the pack at 14th with a 3.77 earned run average. Offensively, both squads have been swinging it well over the past week. The Angels are hitting .262 as a team in that span, which ranks 7th in the league, and the Astros aren't far behind with a .249 average, good for 11th. The last 3 meetings between these teams have all gone over the total. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Milwaukee Brewers versus Arizona Diamondbacks. It's game 2 of a 3-game set between a pair of National League clubs out in the desert, as the Milwaukee Brewers hit the road to take on the Arizona Diamondbacks on Saturday night in Phoenix. This one comes with a little extra juice after how Friday night went, and both teams are coming in looking to either keep momentum rolling or bounce back fast. Saturday marks another chapter in this series, following Milwaukee's dominant 7-0 shutout win on Friday. The Brewers racked up 10 hits and converted them into 7 runs, helped by a strong, old-school performance from Jose Quintana on the hill. Meanwhile, Arizona looked completely out of sync at the plate, managing just 4 hits. Even though Corbin Burnes is getting the start for Arizona and the betting market seems to love the Diamondbacks in this spot, the situation isn't as simple as it seems. Don't forget, Burnes was slotted into the 5th spot in the rotation after a coaching blunder back in spring training. That means he's had soft matchups so far, but he hasn't exactly capitalized. In 2 starts, he's allowed 8 runs and hasn't made it past the 5th inning in either outing. So, don't be shocked if this ends up being another short one. On the flip side, Chad Patrick might not be a household name, but he's been rock solid for Milwaukee so far. In his 2 starts, he's only allowed 1 run total. All I'm saying is, most folks are going to back Arizona, toss it in a parlay, and move on. But Burnes hasn't been himself. Patrick's doing his job, Mart is still out for the Snakes, and the Brewers just smoked them the night before. Betting on another Brewers win, Not as wild as it sounds. As our first pick for this matchup, the Milwaukee Brewers money line is our full game side pick. Heading into Friday night's game, Milwaukee had seen the under hit in 7 of their 13 games this season. The Brewers are putting up runs at a solid clip, sitting 6th in MLB at 5.23 runs per game, and that number jumps to 6.67 runs per game when they're away from home. Overall, Brewers games have averaged 10.92 total runs this season, and that figure balloons to 14.34 per game on the road. Arizona, on the other hand, came into Friday with the over cashing in 6 of their 13 games, with 2 pushes. The Diamondbacks are even stronger offensively, ranking 4th in runs per game at 5.54, and they're even better at home, where that number climbs to 5.86. Their average game total sits at 10 runs, slightly dipping to 10 flat in road games. So when you put it all together, Burns still trying to find his rhythm, Patrick still largely untested, and both teams capable of lighting up the scoreboard. The over starts to look like the right side. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Colorado Rockies versus San Diego Padres. A pair of National League West foes meet again on Saturday night as the Colorado Rockies and San Diego Padres continue their weekend series in Southern California. These teams are no strangers to each other, and this latest clash adds another chapter to their division rivalry under the lights in San Diego. We're looking at a matchup featuring 2 starting pitchers who haven't logged much time in the big leagues yet. Dollander picked up a win in his MLB debut against the Athletics at hitter-friendly Coors Field, but that came with the help of a 12-run cushion from his offense. His actual pitching didn't exactly wow anyone. Hart, on the other hand, got a win in his season debut versus Cleveland, but he couldn't find the strike zone in his next outing, failing to make it out of the first inning against the Cubs. Now, this game's in San Diego, and that's bad news for the Rockies, who have consistently struggled to hit on the road. Even if Hart's command is shaky again, it likely won't be enough to cover for Colorado's lack of offense. The Padres are off to a hot start, sitting at 11-3 straight up, and in nearly half of those wins, they've pulled away by at least 2 runs. What it really comes down to here is the gap between these 2 offenses. Colorado ranks dead last in Major League Baseball, averaging just 3.08 runs a game. That's tough to overcome, no matter who's pitching. San Diego, while not elite, is much better. They're 11th in runs scored, averaging 4.64 per game. Sure, both starters come with some uncertainty, but at least the Padres have a bullpen that's been lights out so far this season. They lead the league in both earned run average and opponent batting average. As our first pick for this matchup, the San Diego Padres money line is our full game side pick. San Diego's bats have been doing damage all year, and I don't see that slowing down here, even in a pitcher-friendly home park. Dollander might have promised, but he gave up his share of runs in his debut. And the Padres have the kind of lineup that can take advantage of a rookie still finding his rhythm. As for Kyle Hart, he's clearly the soft spot in the Padres rotation, and Colorado probably sees this as their best opportunity to steal a game. I expect them to come out swinging too. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Cubs versus Los Angeles Dodgers. The MLB weekend action rolls on this Saturday with a National League showdown between the Chicago Cubs, who sit at 9-7, and the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's shaping up to be an interesting game, with each team looking to gain momentum early in the season. There's some real concern when it comes to Chicago's pitching staff. Ben Brown is getting the start, but his numbers don't inspire much confidence. He's got a rough 7.71 earned run average and a 2.23 WHIP through just 11.2 innings. He's already faced this Dodgers team once back in mid-March in Tokyo, where he allowed 3 runs, 2 of which were earned, in just 2.2 innings. Add to that the fact that the Cubs bullpen hasn't done much to clean up the mess. They're sitting way down the league rankings, 25th in team earned run average at 4.78 and a dismal 29th in opponent batting average, allowing hitters to bat .303 against them. The Cubs' pitching problems are just too big to brush aside. Ben Brown hasn't shown he can handle starting duties, and their bullpen has been among the league's worst so far. Meanwhile, the Dodgers are on the other end of the spectrum, with a deep, dependable bullpen that knows how to close things out when it counts. Combine that with their dangerous offense and overall consistency, and it's hard to see them dropping a home game here. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Dodgers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full full game side pick. Offensively, both teams can light up the scoreboard. The Cubs are second in the league in runs per game and have been pushing the pace with aggressive base running and smart situational hitting. On the flip side, the Dodgers sit atop the league in home runs, and several of their hitters have been on a tear lately. With Ben Brown's control issues and Sasaki still settling into his role for Los Angeles, there should be no shortage of runs in this one. The weather and playing conditions at Dodger Stadium should only help the bats come alive even more. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Texas Rangers versus Seattle Mariners. The American League West showdown between the Mariners and the Rangers continues Saturday night in Seattle, marking the second game of their three-game set. Texas is trying to bounce back from a tough 2024 campaign that was derailed by a long list of injuries, hoping to claw their way back into playoff contention. Meanwhile, Seattle's chasing a similar goal, returning to the postseason, but with the added hunger of still searching for that elusive first World Series championship. So far this season, Kumar Rocker hasn't looked sharp on the mound, struggling to find his rhythm early on. In contrast, Brian Wu has been one of the more impressive young arms in the game and has gotten off to a strong start. Looking at the bullpens, the gap between these two clubs becomes clearer. Texas relievers are posting a 4.13 earned run average, which ranks 19th in the league, while Seattle's bullpen has been a real strength, holding an 8th best earned run average of 3.11. Saturday's pitching matchup gives Seattle a strong upper hand. Wu, with a WHIP under 1 and 11 strikeouts through 2 starts, has been dealing. Rocker, on the other hand, has only recorded 4 strikeouts and hasn't pitched beyond 4 innings in either of his outings this year. Wu also had some serious home field dominance last season, going 6-1 with a 2.47 earned run average at T-Mobile Park. With Texas struggling to generate offense, Wu should be able to keep them quiet and put the Mariners in a good spot to grab Game 2. As our first pick for this matchup, the Seattle Mariners money line is our full game side pick. Offensively, neither team has been lighting it up. Before Friday night's game, the Rangers were batting just .200 as a team, while the Mariners weren't much better, sitting at .207. Seattle has also gone under the total in 4 of their last 5 games, and with Wu set to take the mound again, backed by his 3.75 earned run average and sub-1 WHIP, it's shaping up to be another low-scoring grind between these division foes. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.